Hiya, my name's Charlie and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. And as you can tell from the title, it's Shorty September time. I already did, obviously my last video was the Shorty September video, it was the Shorty September tag, so if you didn't see that I will link that in the description. But yeah, Shorty September is a readathon, in case you don't know, that basically celebrates and gets you to read all short books on your TBR and kind of gets you just like, I feel like it's such a good readathon to help you get through your TBR and so if you've got loads of shorties, yeah, it's a good time to just get tackling on those shorties. Plus as well, I feel like it always like helps my reading, because I feel like once you start picking up a few shorties, I feel like it always helps my reading pace, if that makes any sense. Anyway, either which way, the hosts for this year's readathon is obviously the wonderful Heather from Way Too Many Heathers, from Too Many Heathers, sorry. And then we've got Karen this year from Raving Reader, and then Marcella from Marcella in the margins. I think that's right. Anyway, I'll link all the hosts in the description, and I'll link Heather's video, and I'll link all the host videos in the announcement videos in the description. So you can check them out if you want to know, like, how they're going about it. Anyway, either which way, so they've got like a prompts board, which is where I got the prompts I wrote the prompts down from. I know going through Heather's video, she's done this in a different order, so these prompts aren't in the right order, but I don't think it really matters, because Shorty September is all about kind of like just being good or easy on yourself, and they're never particularly like strict. It's not like a strict readathon or anything, so yeah, I don't think they'll mind that I've done these in a jumbly order. So I'm gonna just work my way over it, because I've got a massive pile of books next to me. And then also another thing I want to say is that so I've also got like a couple of extra books on the end that I want to get to in September, so I'll leave them to the end, so because they're not strictly speaking shorties. Actually, they're not shorties. So anyway, either way, so without further ado, the first prompt that I've written down is bike shorts, which is to pair a book with a research deep dive. And this is one I showed in my last couple of videos, which is a new one on my shelves, which is Sweep, Sing, Perch, Paddle. And this is Birds by Carrie Ackroyd and Words by John McEwen, and this has been like shortlisted for the Wainwright Prize this year, and it's just like a gorgeous, and it's on the illustrated prize, and it's just a gorgeous book with these beautiful illustrations, and it's just all about these birds. And yeah, I'm just super excited to read it because I've been loving the Wainwright Prize this year, as I've been banging on about. So yeah, that's my first one, and then I have already been deep diving into like birds and things. It doesn't take a lot for me to do that, because I love like birds and it's really reconnecting with my like child bird watching self. So yeah, that'll be a fun thing to do. The next one on my list is Ripper Shorts, which is to read a mystery, a thriller or a horror, and the book I've chosen for this is A Clockwork Orange. I know it's not strictly speaking any of those things, because I think when I looked on Storygraph it wasn't under the genres, but then when I looked up on sorry to say the words, when I looked up like on Amazon, I think it was the word horror was like jumped out of the page from me. So, and this is going to be read for the FOMO book club this year, because it was I think it was Alice's favourite book. So I really want to read it, or at least want to try to read it. I don't know how I'm going to get along with it, because I feel like it's a book that seems like quite a lot. And it's not this, it's definitely one that's outside my comfort zone. So, but then this genre is definitely a genre that pushes me to like that as well. So anyway, that's what I've got for that. Then the next one is Grandad Shorts, which is a book you've had on your shelves for a while, and I've chosen a book that isn't been on my necessarily my physical shelves, but it's been on my like e-reader for a while. And this is The Fish Girl by Miranda Rial. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is by an Australian, I think an Indigenous author. And yeah, I think this was on last year's, I think I put this on last year's Shorty September TBR with the hope to get to it, and I just haven't. So I hope this year is the year that I actually get to it, depending on how we get on, because I've still got quite a lot of books next to me, as you can see. And I really want to use this, like I said, to reduce my TBR, my physical TBR. So we'll see. Then the next prompt is Shorty Shorts, and this is a book from the 70s/80s. I've written down on here Howl's Moving Castle, but I can't seem to find my copy of it. I have already read this book, but I don't know if it like got like culled, possibly. If not, I have got this backup option, which is one I have already read again, which is Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. This is a book that I read and loved, so it's definitely due a reread. So I think this is probably what I will head to if I have time once I haven't read first. But yeah, and also I love Jeanette Winterson's got like her non-fiction like memoir that I also love, so I might go on to that as well. Yeah, this is my one for this. This is sort of, I can't even remember what it's about. It's like faded a lot in my brain. I know there's like, it's sort of about talking about a young girl / lady that's like a young woman who is growing up obviously in like a really strict religious household. Her mother is quite strict, like I said, quite strict, and then also you have these like little fantastical, there's like this sort of stories within it, yeah, and it's queer, and it's, yeah, so I'm super excited to reread it. It's been, I think it's like 2018 was the last time I read it, a long time ago. Here we go, half and half shorts, read the book and watch the movie. So for this is I have chosen The Railway Children. I know my lovely friend Victoria from What Victoria Read has read this a few times and loves it, and so like it's one I've been meaning to read, and it isn't one I've been meaning to watch the film for because I haven't ever watched The Railway Children, which is, I'm sure that's sacrilege or something. I don't know how many actual pages this is. I think this is like 268, which is probably a little bit longer than people would normally class a shorty, because I was going to say a shorty normally is classed as about, well, some people say 200 pages or less. I sort of, in my mind, a shorty is 250 or less. But this is a little bit above that. But because it's such a physically, like, if you see an appearance, it's very physically small. So I feel like it could still count as a shorty. So yeah, that's my pick for that. Then the next one is Utili-Kilt. I think that's what it is. A retelling or a tradition meets modernity. So for this, I have gone with Alice with a Y. This is one I picked up from my library, as you can see. I'm sorry, from the shiny cover. And this will also count for my Read Good prompt for September, because it's to read, I think it's like to read a blue book with like a blue covered book. I think that's right. So yeah, and I know this is the latest in and it's the first of a series by Anna James. She's got a whole new series. Anna James writes children's books predominantly, and yeah, so this is, I'm so excited to read it because I loved her other series, the other books that she wrote. I can't wait. Right, then we've got Boxer Shorts, which is to pick a comfort read, and the book I've chosen for this is The Wood at Midwinter by Susanna Clarke. And yeah, I loved Piranesi by Susanna Clarke, but then I read her big chonky one, which is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and I DNF'd it at like 750 pages. So I'm not, but this is like so short. Like I really do feel like this will be so wonderful, and I probably will reread it. I know there's illustrations in here. And I probably will reread this at Christmas time, because obviously it's very wintry, and yeah, very excited to get to it, but it definitely looks very super cozy. So I feel like that's the perfect pick for a comfort read. Then the next book we've got is, not the next book, the next prompt we've got is Patent Leather Shorts, which is to read a graphic novel or a book outside your comfort zone. As I already mentioned, I've got a couple of books that would count for this, like with The Clockwork Orange and stuff, but if I don't get to, like, if I really read that, I've also got these two books on my TBR, which is The Manning Tree Witches by A.K. Blakemore. I know this was published quite a while ago, and a while ago there was a lot of people loving this book, and I feel like it's a sort of perfect September, October read, because we're getting to that autumnal time. And yeah, I don't really need to know too much about it. It says, England 1643, Parliament is battling the king. The war between the Roundheads and the Cavaliers rage. Puritanical fervour has gripped the nation, and the hot terror of damnation burns black in every shadow. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Sometimes it's nice to like read a witchy book, but it definitely is, like I said, with the horror thing, it's definitely like outside my comfort zone. And then also in the same realm, this isn't a graphic novel, but it's got like loads of illustrations in it again. And this is Jen Campbell's The Sister Who Ate Her Brothers, and Other Gruesome Tales by Jen Campbell. So yeah, our beloved YouTube's beloved Jen Campbell. And I've already read this before, but this will be a reread again, because even though I feel like this is the perfect way for me to go outside my comfort zone, but while staying in my comfort zone. So it's sort of like a half outside my comfort zone, because it's in the scary genre, but it's also a children's book. So I feel like I will feel safe and I'll be okay. That's why I chose that one. Plus I want to reread it. So then we've got Runway Shorts Read, a translated book, which I've got 2 potential options for again, because I can never just pick one. I've got Human Acts by Hang Han. This is one I was hoping to get to in August, but as of yet, we're right near the end of the month and I haven't yet got to it. But it still is short. It's still less than 250 pages. I think it's like 220 pages. And this is one of Han Kang's most famous works. So yeah, and I feel like a lot of people think this is her best work. Tell me if you disagree or whatever, like that. But yeah, and I don't know, is it translated from the Korean? Yeah, translated from the Korean by Deborah Smith. Always worth noting the translator. And then we have also a book that my lovely friend Jem gave me last year. Again, I've been meaning to try and get to. I think I did start it, but I have to be in the mood for a book. Otherwise, if I'm not in the right headspace, then it just won't work. There's no point ever forcing a book. So I was like then we'll put them back on my shelves. Yeah, well. So this is Crooked Plough by Itamar Vera Jr. And I think this was listed for the International Booker a hot minute ago. And this is translated. Has it even got? Yeah, it doesn't say what language it's translated from. I'm guessing it's Brazilian, but I don't know what the language is. It Spanish then, will it be? Yeah. Anyway, translated by Johnny Lorenz. So yeah. And I know this is like sisters and family and stuff, but also with these darker themes running throughout it. And I think there's like magical realism as well in this book. So yeah, on paper, that should be one I enjoy. So then we've got Running Shorts, Read a Book in a Day, or reading them in the reading sprints. And this is like one of the shortest ones. This is Lois the Witch by Elizabeth Gaskell. It's super, super short. I think this actually contains 2 stories in it, is it? Oh no, it doesn't, but it's still only like 130 pages. So yeah, more witches. And it says it's got the word Salem on the back. So yeah, I will read it and report back to you if you want to. I might do like a reading vlog for Shorty September. Would you be interested in that? Let me know in the comments. Then we've got Culottes, Read a Book that looks like one thing but is secretly another. And then I've got Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. So this does look bigger, and it is actually in pages is 324, so it's not actually a shorty, but it's a novel. It's sort of, and this is I think this is her memoir, and talking about Jacqueline Woodson's like childhood and stuff, and stuff. So I have read this before again, and I think I read it in 2018, so it was a hot minute ago. But it looks big, but it's actually, and also it kind of looks like, the reason I chose this as well is that it looks just like a normal story, whereas it's actually a memoir, and it's a novel told in verse. So again, I still feel like this would fit for the shorty prompt. I hope. I'm sure that I'm sure it will be okay. It has got what do you call it? The funny edges, which I don't like, but I will be okay with that. I will push through. It's kind of it's really weird texture. I can't remember what the words are, but you know what I mean. I know you guys all know, but yeah, got those funny pages. Yeah, definitely over to a reread. So then we've also got the bonus prompt is to read has a hand-me-down shorts to annotate a book and then pass it on to another. So for me, I will deal with that as and when I get to it again, because I feel like I might pick a poetry book and then see if one of my friends might like that. I could reread the poetry book and then see one of my friends, if they are taking part in Shorty September, or if they're not taking part, would like that, and I can do that, but we'll see. That was my sort of rough idea. Then I'll go through some of the other shorties and then some other books that I'm hoping to get to in September. I recognise this is quite a big pile, so we shall see, especially because I don't really read as much as I used to. But, you know, like to be ambitious. This is, so another book, they've got 3 more shorties to sort of tell you about. And I've got this one's the wildlife year, continuing my theme of nature loving and nature reading, nature writing. This is only 100 and it's like less, I think it's 125 pages, and it's again one of these so beautiful nature books, and it runs throughout the year. And this page for example is on summer, and you can see these gorgeous illustrations. Like, I just cannot wait to read it. This has also got about the clouds, for example. So yeah, it's definitely one I want to read, because I feel like these books are like, this could also count for the comfort comfort read, because my nature books are becoming that for me. So yeah, can't wait to read it. I might get myself a physical copy of this actually, because it's just so beautiful. Like, every page I look at, I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. Then we've got Intimacies by Katie Kitamura. Katie Kitamura is currently listed longlisted for the Booker with her book Audition. This would, because of the feedback I've heard about Audition, I mean, lots of people have been loving it, but I still feel like it's too big a brain book for me as a Charlie. So I'm not so sure whether I'll enjoy it, and this could, therefore it sort of scared me about her books, because I bought this before I'd heard all of the things that were surrounding Audition. So what I will do is I will try this, but if this doesn't, like, if I feel like Katie Kitamura is not an author for me, I will just pass this on to one of my friends. So yeah, we shall see. Again, I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but it's a shorty. It's less than 250 pages. I think it's like 220 pages. So yeah, that's on my pile. Well, this could count for the graphic novel prompt actually. This is, oh, I did it back to front because this is the first book in the One Punch Man series. This is a series. I know it's on Netflix in the UK, and it's a graphic novel. And I think it's this ordinary guy who has got, but he's not ordinary because he's got like super strength, and he's trained for years and years and years, and he's just super strong and super fast, and it's very comical. My husband last year, because he was trying to cheer me up obviously last year when I was just like, we understand, so he bought me the entire series because I was loving watching the TV show with him. He's so cute, he's like the loveliest. So I've got the whole like series of these on my shelf, so I really should start to prioritize them because I know I'm going to enjoy them. Yeah, and yeah, so that's the first one of that. So yeah, this could count for the graphic novel one as well, for the patent leather shorts. Right, so those were all the shorties. Let me know what shorties you guys are going to read, because when I put my shorties the tag up last week, loads of you said that you were going to join in and stuff, and you were excited for Shorty September. So yeah, let me know if you've chosen anything, because I always want to hear what you guys are reading. That would be amazing. I've still got 2 more books here that I want to try and read in September if I can. The first of which is Far From the Madding Crowd. It would be a reread. This was my favourite book of last year. This is by Thomas Hardy. The lovely Jen the librarian, my lovely friend, she's doing a whole read along of Thomas Hardy's books from like in publication order, which I really want to try and like join in more. Like, I really want to try and join in. So and this is like, I've only read this from Thomas Hardy so far, and like I said, I loved it so much. I loved yeah, I just love the characters. And yeah, Gabriel Oik is probably my favourite character of all time. But I do not like this cover because we've got Sergeant Troy on the cover. And if you know the book, you know why I do not like this. I just do not like this. So I want a book, an edition of this that does not have him on the cover. So yeah. And then I can't wait to, if I can, get back to being with Bathsheba and just all of that stuff, then that would be amazing. So I would want to listen to the audiobook of it. And then also maybe try and rewatch one of the films, because yeah, it's just amazing. I just feel like it's like going to be one of my favourite books of all time, because even though I already read it once, I just loved it so much. Either which way, that's my whole tangent about Far From the Madding Crowd. That was so last year. Another book that I really was desperate to get to in September, which I really might even try to get to maybe if I can read through my current books before September, is Muckle Flugger by Michael Pedersen. This book just screams autumn to me. It's so like dark and like obviously got the waves and the blue. This also would count for Ben's prompt with the blue on the cover. and it's just something about this really screams like this time, like the time of year we're heading into, like the autumn. So yeah, even though mine has also got pink spreaders, which I love, and also the thing that I showed you in the book haul and the print, which I love. And I might try and get this framed, but that's an aside. So yeah, those are all the books that I'm hoping to try and get to in September. So yeah, let me know your shorties, let me know any other books that you're reading in September. Are you joining in with Shakestember? Because I know that's another thing lots of you guys are doing with Shakespeare and stuff, so reading Shakespeare. I might try and do that. That might be a thing that I try and read at least one Shakespeare play. We shall see. Yeah, just take care. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Thank you. I wanted to say as well, thank you guys so much for all your kind words on my video when I did sort of my life update thing, when I was saying about like my worries and things, because you guys were just so thoughtful, so kind, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. Like, you're just like the most wonderful subscribers, and I just think I'm just so lucky. So yeah, thank you for that. I really appreciated all of you lovely people's kind words. So yeah, anyway, I'll let you guys go. So take care and sending you lots of love.